Let's talk about sampling distributions. Remember that a distribution is a collection of measurements. So a sampling distribution is a collection of measurements from a sample. A sampling distribution of the sample mean is a collection of sample means of a given sample size. So now that we have this collection of sample means, how should we describe it? Well, consider the sampling distribution is similar to a random variable. How would you describe a random variable? Using the mean, or the expected value, and the standard deviation, which now we will call standard error. The goal of sampling is for the mean of the sampling distribution to be equal to the true population mean. And again, if we think about what sampling error is, it's the difference between those two values. So if we have a mean of the sample, or the expected value, that is equal to the population mean, we have an unbiased sample. So the mean of the sampling distribution is the expected value. The measure of variability is the standard error of the mean. And we start with the standard deviation, but now we factor in the sample size. So we divide the standard deviation by the square root of the sample size. How else should we describe the sampling distribution? With probabilities. The central limit theorem tells us that if we sample from any population, the sampling distribution will be normal. So we have a picture of a sampling distribution that is clearly not normal. It is not symmetric. The central limit theorem tells us as you pull larger and larger samples, your approximation gets better. So your sampling distribution becomes more normal as you increase the sample size. So as we move from smaller sample sizes, we're on the blue curve, and we move to the red curve with larger sample sizes. And the red curve is normal. How would we describe this normal distribution? Using the mean, or the expected value, and the standard error. For most distributions, sample sizes of about 30, more than 30, will give a sampling distribution that is nearly normal. For distributions that are already symmetric, a sample size of about 15 will work. For normal population distributions, the sampling distribution is also always normal.